Hey everyone, welcome back to HGTV Handmade. I'm Andrew.
I'm Dennis, and I'm living with a hoarder. Andrew keeps everything. He keeps every glass vessel, every candle, every jar. We have tons and tons of glass all on top of our cabinets. And we were doing some spring cleaning recently, and I said we either need to throw these out, recycle them, or turn them into something new. So today I'm forcing Andrew to make something out of our glass vessels, and we decided on
textured planters. So we're going to be using air dry clay for these, and the first thing we're going to do is roll them out. In our small apartment, we don't have room for a rolling pin because we'd probably use it once a year.
There's too many glass vessels. That's why we don't have a rolling pin.
So we're going to be using a water bottle. So we're going to roll these out to the size of our vessel, of our jar. And we're making it about, I don't know, a quarter of an inch thick.
Yeah.
You know, I really don't know why I keep them. I just feel
Throw
like someday we're gonna need them. And
yeah, you know, and that's true. Every time I go on a purging spree, we end up throwing things out, and like 2 weeks later, we'll be like, wait, did we get rid of that one jar?
That we've never used, and now
yes,
we
for the
need
last
it.
3 years, and then all of a sudden we somehow need it. Once you have your clay rolled out, we're just gonna cover the jar here.
And now, I'm just going to cut where the seam is, and then smooth out the seam.
Yeah, and then you want to smooth out the back just as best as you can. If you want, you can grab a little bit of water, and that will help smooth it over. But once this dries and we get our pattern on there, it's going to be pretty forgiving, and we'll keep this part in the back. And we're just going to cut off the extra clay on the top there and save that for another project. I like to just do it against the rim there and just kind of carve, 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 carve. Okay, we're just gonna take this and wrap it up, put it in some plastic wrap and save it for another project.
Who's the hoarder now?
Oh. And now we're gonna add a repeating pattern using a fork.
Yeah, we wanted to add some texture to these pots, and we're just using what we had in our kitchen.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of do like a zigzag pattern here. I'm just gonna start by pressing in the fork like that, and I'm gonna do alternating. And I'm just doing a repeating pattern there, just pressing in, just till I get my image.
And I'm gonna be using the back of my fork to do another repeating pattern as well, and I'm just going to press it, not too hard.
Now you're gonna wanna check the drying time on your clay. Ours are dry, we've set them for about 24 hours overnight. And now we're just gonna kind of sloppily paint our jars.
Yeah, we want these to look, not homemade, but we want them to look kind of like they've been in a kiln.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's why we're gonna kind of sloppily paint it. And we're gonna try not to go into the grooves where we left our marks for the fork there, and just kind of go over, and very rough, because we think the rougher it looks, the better it will look. And then if you get any paint in the grooves there, not to fret, not to worry. Just because you can take a little sandpaper, like Andrew said before, you can sand out anywhere that you don't want the paint. And this is somewhere you can get a little crafty and creative. You can use any tool you have in the kitchen. You can try it with a masher or a whisk or a pizza cutter and just kind of create your own design, your own pattern. So now that our paint is dry, we want to add a little bit of sealant just to kind of protect our pots.
Yeah, and to give it a nice shine. And I think using a lot kind of gives it that glazed effect.
Yeah, like a glossy look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just cake it on, cake it on. So it seems like the trend now is every pot or planter has a little stand, and that gave us the inspiration to add craft cubes to the bottom of our pots.
Yeah, we tried actually to make a stand, and it was just way too complicated, so we found the easiest way. Just glue the blocks to the bottom. It's that simple.
Just a little glue, and then I'm gonna glue it on the edge, just so it has a little feet, and then I'm gonna go right across from that one, and that will be the front.
All right, so our planters are done, and we're actually gonna fill them with these little succulents that are already potted, but they have a drain hole, so we can just pop them right out and water them nice and easy. All right, all you hoarders out there, I need your support right now. Please let me know if you hoard something like candle vessels.
Yes, and give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.